We're recording.
We're going?
Mm-hmm. Clap sync at your earliest convenience.
Oh. Wow. That was super fast, but I bet yours was quieter than mine. Because you have small, little, tiny hands.
My hands are the same size as yours.
Yeah. Our hands are like the exact same size. Like, my hands are just fat and gross. Whenever my hands show up on like camera, I always think they're not my hands because they look like the fake hands that you can get at like the Halloween store. Like they look like big fake baby hands because they're so round. And also like I don't have like any veins, so they're weirdly smooth. So I just like whenever I see my hand, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't have any hand issues. Like I don't have carpal tunnel. I don't have difficulty like pushing buttons super fast. My hands work great. They're not super shaky either. They get kind of shaky, but like I can hold them pretty still.
Weird flex, but okay.
My hands are their efficiency fantastic, but I traded their looks. What I always say is like they look like you could cut them off and put them in the oven at 350 for 10 minutes and they turn into cinnamon rolls. Yeah. Your hands look fucking cool. I wish I had your hands. This just sucks for people who are only audio listeners right now.
And yeah, we gotta post like a photo of our hands next to each other somewhere.
I guess so, yeah. Spencer has like long spindly fingers and like veiny hands and wrists, and I'm like so jealous. I just want one vein.
I'm just thin.
Yeah. But like my dad and like my sister and like I have me, my mom, and Emma's hands, but like my sister and my dad, they have cool hands, and I'm like, give me your hands, hand them over, over your hands. That's gonna be my
my villain origin story.
I said villagin. That's gonna be my villain origin story. Is wanting somebody. I'm just gonna start cutting off hands and start sticking them onto mine and be like, nah, I'll show you all.
Instead of like Doc Ock, you're just
just have a bunch of hands stuck to me. Like I can't. I'm never satisfied. So I replace my feet with hands. I replace my eyes with hands. I replace my tongue. It's a hand.
Is this like a world where the hands would work if they attach to you?
Yeah, they have to work. Otherwise, they're useless to me.
Right.
Yeah.
You just stink because they'd start to rot.
No, they'd be connected to my nervous system. They'd be a part of my body.
Right.
I would just walk around and like I could wave 100 times. I could walk into rooms and you would just hear like a huge applause, but it's just me.
If that's the life you want to live.
It's not. I'm just saying that would be if I went too far with this.
Right.
What would be your villain origin story?
I already had mine.
Oh my god. What was it?
You don't get to know.
I don't get to know. Come on, dude. We're doing the podcast. We're hanging out with our guys. We're talking to them. We're having this weird parasocial relationship with everybody watching the podcast. Come on. You got to tell us what your villain origin story was. Yeah, you do.
No.
Don't make me peer pressure you into saying things on a podcast.
I've known you for 8 years now? You can't pressure me into things.
What would be your villain origin story now?
Now? I don't know. If you don't take me to Disneyland next month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What, you just live at Disneyland?
No. Yeah. If I could, I would.
Yeah. You would just live there and be like the Phantom of the Opera, but of Disneyland.
I'd be in that castle.
And the cast members can never catch you?
No,
you're just too quick. You're going on the Tinkerbell zip lines, going down to the other parts of the park.
Yeah.
You jump on the Jungle Cruise and you just pilot the boat yourself.
Yeah,
they can't catch you.
Totally.
They're like, get him, get her. We have guns, but they're the fake guns.
Yeah.
And then they're like, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you run over and you get on Big Thunder Mountain, and then all of them are on the tracks trying to find you, but you literally are riding the ride and you run over cast members.
Oh, I wouldn't hurt anyone. I just wouldn't want them to catch me.
You would drive the monorail backwards?
Yeah.
It can only go two ways. There's nothing real creative you can do that with that one.
You know how, in Four Monster Horns,
all right, you got to give context on that.
Jacob's little brother calls the Matterhorn Four Monster Horns.
He does not call it that.
He did when he was little.
When Isaiah was like 4 or 5 years old, he wanted to go on Matterhorn, and he called it 4 monster horns, and me and my family never let that go. It was so funny that all of us unironically call it 4 monster horns.
If you say anything wrong in front of Tim or Lori Buds when you're a child, it's staying there forever.
Beckfrist. I said
yeah.
Beckfrist when I was a kid.
Disgert.
And somebody, I don't even know who started Disgert, but we don't say dessert, we say Disgert.
Yeah.
Shoot, we have so many more.
I would live inside Matterhorn.
With the basketball
I'd live
court
up there.
on the inside?
Yeah, at night. I'd cuddle up with the Yeti that doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They put that one on Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, the one that doesn't work.
The one that doesn't work?
I'm pretty sure the one in there currently doesn't work.
No, we went on it and it worked.
Yeah. I don't think it actually moves though.
Well, yeah, it did.
Okay, maybe they fixed it.
Or you had your eyes closed the entire time on Matterhorn. You don't want to admit it.
No, I love that
You're
ride.
scared of the Yeti, aren't you?
No, I love
You're
him.
scared of that freaking animatronic, huh?
I just said I'd cuddle up with him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, that's fair. You would. Why do you want to cuddle up with the Yeti?
He's probably warm.
But he'll eat you.
No, he won't. He's a robot. Doesn't need to eat.
I don't know why, but there's been a lot of TikToks recently about improv and whatnot, and just pointing out when someone doesn't do a yes and in improv, and that was one of those moments where it's just he would probably eat you. No, he won't.
No, he won't.
I don't think he will.
He won't.
Oh, then you.
I guess you're right.
I guess you're right. Boy, that was funny. Anyways,
fun's over.
How you doing, Craig?
I'm doing good.
All right, that's it. You're done.
Okay.
Are you enjoying those tomatoes?
I am. You want one?
No. That's disgusting. I feel bad saying that to Craig. Whenever I treat Craig poorly, I regret it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I always know you don't mean it, though.
Okay, that's good.
You're
That's
Do
awfully
you like
soft.
the tomato, Craig?
No, that is also yucky. I'll pass.
I almost spit that out. And then I was laughing because I almost spit
That was also
it out.
yucky.
I took a drink right when Craig said, no, those are also yucky.
Oh.
Everything's falling
God.
apart.
Jacob broke our picture frame.
Okay, well, hey, why don't we talk about why we're in a different spot than we
To
normally
say,
are?
we should talk about the new
We
set.
did. I totally forgot.
So, we are not in a new area at all. We were just over there, and then I moved it to over here.
Yep.
So, the windows that were here, if you can remember, we were just that way. And I also redid my entire office. I got a new desk. I redid everything. I'm really happy with it. This is also much more comfortable now that we're sitting in it.
Yeah, I sleep in here.
Yeah, you do. Later in the day, you'll just come in here and hang out, and I'm like, what are you doing in here?
It'd be 9:30 or 10. I'll just come in here.
What are you doing? Why are you in here?
I just lay on the floor. Lay on the floor.
You just like it in here?
Yeah, it's comfy.
All right, because
It's also
new,
the warmest.
It's different.
No, it's very warm in here, compared to the rest of the house because
the ceiling is so high.
Yeah, and then I woke up this afternoon, and I didn't want to be awake, so I came in here and I had a little snack, and then I laid down on the couch and I went back to sleep. And then I had to get up for work, and I was like,
Oh, that sucks. I had a weird time these past couple days. I've been exhausted, and I think I'm finally just getting over all of the amount of work I've been doing the past couple of months. And then I also did this, and this wore me out because I mostly just did it by myself. And I slept 11 hours last night.
Yeah.
I woke up at 4 p.m. and I'm like, what the fuck? I just woke up and I was like, and I didn't know what was going on. So yeah, I was supposed to do important things today. Nope, didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Last Monday was a really busy day. I woke up, I streamed, and then I streamed with Colton, and then we did what else did we did something else. We did but we did something before that, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
Did we not? Am I dumb?
You're right. There was something. I just don't remember what it was.
What was it? I streamed.
On Monday?
It was last Monday. I just remember I did a bunch of things in one day, and I was so tired after we did the podcast. And I think I also edited a video. I was just exhausted. And today I did fucking nothing except set up the room because we needed to get the room set up. And Craig put up the curtains, and they're very nice. And we were getting the lights and everything set up, and it's great. It's looking good. You don't remember?
No, it was my brother's birthday
Yep.
But we didn't do anything with my brother.
No, I remember we did a bunch of stuff that day, though.
Yep, but I can't remember.
Yeah, can't remember. Weird.
Weird.
So
Next, we're doing my office, right?
yeah, totally. We'll totally
Yeah, we're
do
gonna
your
make it like a
office.
cozy little spot, so I stop sleeping in your office.
I feel bad. Everybody needs a little space.
Yeah.
All right. And you don't have like a little
Yeah,
space.
last week I was having like a pretty rough time, and you're like, "Let's go to Target," and I was like, "Why?" And you're like, "I'm gonna get stuff for your office, so you can have a little cozy space." And they didn't really have anything I wanted. I
know when I'm in a bad mood, when I can't like shut the door and be in my spot and be like, nobody.
That's why I come in
near
here
me.
sometimes, because you'll be like watching TV or playing like a video game, and I'll just be like,
You need your little spot,
Little
man.
sneaky
We got to set up your office. Give
Yeah.
you a little spot. Make it really cozy in there. It'll be
yeah.
fun.
Right now, my office is kind of just stuff that we don't have a spot for. Put it in there,
Dude, I went through everything in this office. I threw so much stuff away.
Yeah.
I was like, if I haven't used it in 4 months, I'm throwing it away.
Did you clean out your closet?
No.
No, you didn't.
It is a mess. It is like,
It's
those two
a hazard.
doors are holding, like, if you probably shift those doors a little bit, it like, blah, it'll explode with thousands of things.
And it's just like tripods and like.
It's like an airbag, but like with camera equipment. It's just so much shit I haven't used over
There's
the years.
like
You know that old computer that I used to use during the streams?
Yeah.
You know that
The one
one,
that Tim
all in
bought?
one?
Yeah.
That's in there.
Yeah, there's like 3
There's
guitar
so much-
cases. There's like one of those really thick like CD cases
Yeah.
that has like a bunch of shit in it that you.
But
never...
it's not organized. It's all
No.
just like piled on top of each other like rubble.
Yeah, because when we moved in, we were little goblins, and we went, "Oh well, we don't know what to do with this," so we just shoved it in there.
Yeah. But everything in here is nice. Mm-hmm. It's all clean in here, but at what cost? The closet.
One day.
Yeah. Did you send out the tweet for questions?
did.
Cool. I want to get to that in a minute. First, before we get going, I figured we could talk about the topic of the hour that happened last
snail?
week. What?
The snail?
The snail? Not the snail. No, those are my favorite memes. I love the fucking immortal snail memes so much. They're my favorite. No, I want to talk about Critical Role.
Oh.
Did you guys watch Critical Role?
I did. I watched it with you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was kind of doing like a podcast host thing where I was like asking.
I watched it with not you. But
With not me?
But I did watch it.
Did you watch it by yourself?
No. Well, I guess I watched part of it by myself, and then I finished the rest of it with Mia.
Cool. What'd you guys think of it?
As always, I'm in love with Talison's character.
I love Ashton. He's great.
Ashton's great. Fresh cut grass, I would die for.
Oh, also, I feel like this, I shouldn't have to say this, but like, we're going to talk about episode 1 of Campaign 3, so if you haven't watched it yet, maybe skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, anyways.
I like everyone's characters. I didn't watch Xandria Unlimited, so it's like, for me, they're new characters, but I know for a lot of people, they were kind of upset that they're not new characters, and I do get the reason why people are upset.
Yeah.
But I don't have much to complain about yet.
What I gathered from, first of all, I love it made me fall in love with them all over again. I love them so much. I love being, like, just watching them, because I don't really care what they're doing. I just like that group. They're just really great. And I was so angry and sad for, like, the first half, because Travis wasn't there. And I was like, is he not fucking playing? I'm not watching this if he's not playing.
Yeah.
And it could have been anybody else. Maybe not Marisha or Matt. Like, those 3 are, like, my favorite. And, like, I hate to pick favorites, but, like, I just love them the most. And, like, it made me realize how much I like having Travis in the room, because, like, as soon as he wasn't there, I was like, where is he?
Yeah, you were incredibly invested, and we were sitting on the couch together, and then like Travis wasn't there for a while, and you pulled out your iPad, and you were working on a map.
I draw while I listen, because I can't stay focused the whole time.
They brought like the last 3 in, and you're like, is Travis not gonna play? Is he not coming? And I was like, no, I'm sure he'll come. And like, you got up and you started building your desk, and you were like totally uninterested in the game.
No. I was listening to all of it. I kind of was disinterested,
but at the start you were like super interested.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how it always goes. I have to do something with my hands, because I can listen the whole time, so long as I'm preoccupying my eyes and my hands with something that isn't reading or listening. So as long as that's in the background and I'm going, I can listen to the whole thing. And I did. I retained everything that happened in the episode. But I got really happy when he showed up. I was like, oh, thank God. And at first, I wasn't super happy with like the way they were. Okay, let me preface with this. I don't give a shit what they do because they're their game. They're having fun, and that's what makes them special. What keeps them Critical Role is that they just do what they want to do, and I will always respect that. I will always love that. The other part of me that is an audience member watching this as like a show, my only nitpicks were like, I didn't like that they started separated at the beginning. It was kind of weird. I liked it at the end because I liked that we got to have time with Laudna and Imogen at the beginning and kind of learn them. And then we got to learn Fresh Cut Grass and Ashton. And then we brought in everybody else. It was a good way to introduce all of the characters in sort of like their own sort of bite-sized ways. So we got an idea of who they were. Because I remember the beginning of Campaign 2 when it was just everybody thrown into a room all at once. And it was like, oh my God. Yeah. And so they were just all kind of clashing all together. And it worked fine, but you didn't get to know who they really were like you did at the beginning of this episode, which I enjoyed. So I respected it as it went on. I love Laudna. She's easily my favorite. She's so cool. I love the way Marisha's playing her. She's very, very interesting. And I think Travis's character, who was apparently a character he played in a previous game, and he's like a level 5. He's kind of like a group patron. I'm predicting he's gonna die. I think he's going to die, and then he's going to play a new character. Because already making jokes about how old he is, I think he's just going to Baron himself. and he's going to go on to play a different character.
Right.
But that's just my guess right now. Also, he's like level 5.
Yeah.
I know some people were like, that's dumb. I think that's cool. I always think like level differentiation can really show like a power difference between certain characters. And I think it's kind of cool that he's playing a character from a previous game who's a higher level than the other players. Not too much. He's just 5, just levels 3, 4. He's just 2 levels higher than their level 3. And I think that's really interesting. So I will agree with you though. I kind of wish, how do I want to say this? I'm not disappointed that they're using their EXU characters. I just really wanted all new characters. But if they wanted to play those characters, it's fine. Also, I love Ashley's character. She's great. She's so cool. That's all my thoughts. And you shared about your... Craig, what are your thoughts? I want to hear what you think.
Well,
we talked about it a little bit already, but I want to hear it
I think
again.
a lot of the same. We talked about it, I don't know, Saturday before we played Fallout. And I prefaced with the fact, like fuck us, who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's their game. I love them for exactly what Jake was saying. I would like... The selfish audience member wanted new material.
Yeah.
But they're great. I'm going to enjoy them. Plus, all the players have said that they wanted to play those. So, absolutely. They're going to miss new stuff anyway.
If that's what they wanted to do, then absolutely.
I think the only quibbles I have are more like... I feel like they could have been a little bit more open about it, pushing them into this pre-recorded era. They're now doing all the stuff. They have all the options to edit and everything. I feel like they could have at least been a little more upfront about everything and not hide it so much. 'Cause I feel like that would have been easier for them, or at least easier for some of the community to kind of come to terms with that.
Yeah.
Because it feels kind of abrupt, and it feels like it takes away from Abria and how much work she did in XU. Which we should
I
say
didn't
that
watch
that,
EXUs,
that Abria didn't.
Yeah.
Abria says it's fine, so why the fuck should anyone care? But it does feel like the whole push of trying to expand who is DMing, it kind of takes away from her to rip almost all of our characters from her. So that feels dirty in maybe not in this sense, but if you had a friend who played a character and then that game ended and you took this other character on this whole other adventure, it kind of feels a little dirty, but that's it. And then they always have this spiel at the beginning where they're come to our Twitch moderated chat. That chat is just a cesspool.
Yeah.
I mean, but we should also preface that it's not just a Critical Role chat. All chats are usually just cesspools on large Twitch.
When you have
streams.
that many people, it does get that way,
they had 110,000. Of course, the most vocal are going to be the most miserable. I just wish they wouldn't. If they're going to funnel these people into this space, they should really try and do a better job of moderating it or find some way where it's not just so, I don't know, gross.
Yeah. I agree. I'd never look at it. So whenever people complain about it, I don't even look at it.
If I have anything to say, any advice for someone starting out for Campaign 3, don't look at the chat.
Yeah.
No.
Don't.
Yeah.
God, there's no reason. There's nothing in there. You can't even read anything anyway.
Yeah, it's going so fast.
It's just a cesspool.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You guys aren't a bad chat sometimes. You guys are great.
Oh, I mean,
Our chat's fine because there's like not a million people in it. There's like maybe 90-ish people who are hanging out, and then like there's like 15, 20 of you who are actually in the chat who are hanging out, and you guys are always funny. But I try not to pay attention to it too much, not because of y'all, but because of me. Yeah. I really need to ask Colton to fucking make sure that I can't see the view count from where I'm sitting, because that bothers me so much when we're sitting and recording. I know. I just need to stick it right in there, because that always gets to me, and I really wish it didn't, because I wouldn't pay attention to it if not. But it's the subconscious of my brain playing and being entertaining, and then as soon as I see the number, I'm pulled out. I'm like, I'm not at a game anymore. Yeah. I'm live streaming, and I notice the number's different. I'm gonna analyze why it's different, and that bothers me so much. So yeah, I need to quit looking at that. Freaks me out.
Bangers, all of them. The characters are great.
I know.
Love them
They're
all.
very cool.
Love them all. I'm so excited for this team up between Laura and Mercer and Taliesin and Sam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait.
It's great.
This time, Taliesin's character won't die.
Because he's a barbarian.
God, I hope so.
Hard to kill.
I hope so. He's so cool.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know more about their... I feel like a few of them have custom like subclasses.
Oh, so many homebrew.
I want
that also made me just really happy. I am stickler for like, I love the OG. I love it when it's just like, I really want to run a campaign where it's just all players handbook. Like I really want to like AL legal, because I just find it interesting, because it's really simple, and just I can sit back and like, I don't have to worry about all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I love that they're fucking Critical Role, and they're like, I want to play a robot named Fresh Cut Grass, and everything's homebrew, and it's like, I love it so much. It's so good. They're just storytelling, and that's I love that. I love that so much. Anyway. Love that about them. It's great. I have been playing Pillars of Eternity 2. You have. Because Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be getting me into these tactile role-playing games that are all over the place, that I have never been able to get into, because I don't know why. Because they're not action-y enough for me. But now that I have an adult brain, and I'm like, this is fun now, I'm having a good time with it. And Pillars 2 is so much fun. And I have some of the adventurers in my party are Grog and Percy, and it's a good time. They did voice packs and portraits, and Matt made them on Critical Role, and so you can go in and make them. So like legitimately, it's like a video game with like the Critical Role characters, and it's so fun. Also, funny part, all of them are in the game too. So like they all voice the characters. So like I'll be like, haha, Grog and Percy, and then like the god of the game, Aothis, or whatever the fuck his name is. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I know I got that wrong. Who's like this giant fucking statue who's like walking across the world that you have to stop. I'm pretty sure Taliesin voices him, and Matt is two of your companions. He's Adair and he's Aloth. So like two NPCs who are both Matthew Mercer, and then everybody else is Critical Role, and I'm like, what's going on? So it's pretty fun. I'm just imagining though that it's just like it's like their game or something like that. It's a good time, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, especially because they have turn-based mode. It's so good. Yeah, it's just weird because it's not D&D, so like there's like these weird parts of the game where like things you do lower your initiative, so it's strange, but I'm having fun. I'm going to fall down a rabbit hole about talking about Pillars 2.
Let's not.
So let's jump into questions?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Our frame broke, and it's being held up by a really cool Mammoth Mini that I got.
Yeah. I saw that you can take the mammoth, or the giant off the mammoth and stick legs onto him.
Yeah, he has...
I just saw, like, severed legs.
Right here. And I can take off the giant part and stick it on the legs, and then put that on the mammoth so that so it can ride independently. But give me a second. Sorry, audio listeners. I'm showing off a mini.
It's propping our broken frame up right now.
Holy shit. He's massive.
That's the guy who's trying to kill us in Iceland.
Yeah, and you can just pop this off and then replace it.
Mammoth. Yeah. That mammoth's massive.
He's hanging out with with that giant.
It's pretty cool. I love the new minis they've been making. It's very cool. All right.
I cannot wait to play that game again.
Me too.
I cannot wait to play Dale. Like, I love that fucking game so much.
I love that we all love it. Like, that's just my favorite part, is that we're all just having a good time. Oh, fuck. Oh, next game's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All
Yeah.
right. Anyways.
Hope my wife's not dead.
Yeah. When Mia posted in our chat today,
Uh-huh.
I didn't see who it was. And I was like, is Jacob telling us we have to pre-record again? Because I hope so.
Oh.
And I was like,
Oh,
wait.
darn. We have to.
Oh, dang. I
We're-
guess I can find time.
But we're pre-recording our Halloween game this
That's true. We
Wednesday.
are. We
Yeah.
are.
Very
We are.
exciting for that. Yeah. All right.
Spooky.
You just put hurry send questions.
Yeah, I was just going to put questions and then leave it at that.
You just went on the Twitter and put hurry send questions. I think one time on the Gus and Eddie podcast, Gus just put hurry. Like that's all he put.
We're
Or
going
you
to
think
go.
he just put hurry
We're
up.
going to go see Gus.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Gus live on his first show in LA in November. It's gonna be super.
Yeah,
super
and then we're going
awesome.
to go to Disneyland the next day, right?
Sure, why not? All right. Artemis is too spooky asks, I have begun catching up on the last 2 months and I'm steadily approaching. Will you stand and fight or will you run? Do you want me to fight you, Artemis? You want me to fight you right here on the podcast? All right. Artemis, if you're caught up at this point right now, you sent this tweet on 10/25/21 and I am rolling an attack against you. And I got a 14, so suck
You don't have a bonus?
No, if anything, it should be -1.
Oh, 13 then.
Gabagool asks, who is your favorite character design from Campaign 3 of Critical Role?
Bubbled
Ashton.
your last.
Laudna, easily. I've always wanted to play a character like Laudna, like a really just like dark witchy sort of
Yeah.
character. And like I've seen a bunch of fan art already, and I'm just like, I love you so much. I also just love how Mercer's playing her too, like just so different from Bo and Keyleth, and
Yeah.
just goes to fucking show everybody who says that Keyleth is or like Marisha's like, I really wish Marisha wasn't at the table. She's really annoying. Like she's playing Keyleth, you fuckers. So like it's anyways. Marisha's great. I love her.
We stand Marisha Ray in this house.
Dave Baker of Killer Bread.
Wait.
Sorry.
Who's your favorite?
I probably have to agree with By Taliesin. Even though I usually stand Sam's characters every
Right.
time, it's probably Sam right now.
Okay.
Not Ashton.
Taliesin.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Taliesin in general.
be
I
honest,
love Taliesin.
Yeah.
What was that meme that was on Twitter? It was like, shout out to Taliesin Jaffe's Critical Role characters. Got to be one of my favorite genders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that meme when they post the Critical Role art and it's Taliesin going,
Oh, he's got that needs to be our next week one. Is Taliesin with the binoculars?
if our frame makes it.
Yeah. No, we need to get a new one.
Yeah.
Dave Baker of Killer Bread asks. Oh, it's Dave.
No.
Is
My
it?
entire ass.
No,
No, it's not.
No
it's
way.
not. No, it's not.
It can't be. No, it can't be.
No.
No, it can't be. What the fuck?
How many-
I'm losing it though. The ad is Dave Double Kill. It has this. It doesn't have a question
Let me see
check
if
mark though.
if they're on Twitter.
No, this has to be fake. Yeah, it has to be
Okay.
fake.
And their link
So
is
it's not-
Dave'sKillerBread.com. Dude, whoever fucking did this. No, it can't be. It
read
can't be.
the, read the,
Buy
That's
my
like the
bread.
big
I
killer,
got
I
real
guess.
good at making whole wheat after killing a mother and child, and nobody buying the bread I made from them was a bit too killer, I guess. Oh my God.
What's their question?
Their ad is Dave Double Kill.
Yeah. Dave's Killer Bread is actually Killer Bread. And their bio is the best bread in the universe. Always organic and non-GMO.
Oh,
Shit.
fuck. That's so funny.
You got us.
God damn it. All right. Well, they asked, revivify resurrection and all manner of magical cure. Alls exist in D&D, but I find they can remove the weight of dramatic moments and reduce tension in general. Any ideas on how to improve/replace them?
Use the Matt Mercer rule.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to have a mean response to that,
Oh.
but I don't want to be mean to Dave.
Yeah, not Dave.
Let me say it in a
get
way
ya.
that's not
Kill
mean.
you. Kill
Let me
you.
say it in a way that's not mean. I felt similarly for a long time. There were a lot of things I wanted to do in story that were easily removed by player actions in the game. And instead of fighting my players, because for a long time I just tried doing that, just being like, no, you can't do that. They're going to cast Counterspell. That wasn't fun. That wasn't narratively interesting. It just felt like I was fighting them. What I learned is that you can't really do it in D&D. If there's something that you want to do in D&D that is not going to make sense in the system, trying to break the system in order for it to work for you isn't going to work. That's why we're playing Fallout. I could shoot somebody in the head in Fallout. You guys can't bring him back. So my actual advice would be like try other systems that don't have like revive mechanics like that, or ask your players if you can remove them. I guess, but like being able to revive and heal is such a big part of D&D that I think removing it feels bad.
The Matt Mercer rule, where not all like magic that can bring someone back to life will always work. Mm-hmm. You have to roll. And then there's like some things that you can do to, help your roll. But
yeah, I completely agree with that. I think because it keeps tension still.
Yeah, like in Sunder.
In case nobody knows what the Matt Mercer rule is, it's in the Tal'Dorei campaign setting. It's an alternate rule you can use for resurrections. For what?
Go buy it.
Yeah, go buy it. It's very good. And basically, when you cast Revivify, a Resurrection, or something, it creates a ritual. And what you have to do is the person coming back has to roll a d20, flat d20, and if they roll above a 10, they come back. If they roll below a 10, they are permanently dead. They can't come back. And you can lower, or I think it's 15. I think it starts at 15. And what you can do as players is you can offer up items, and the items get used in order to make the DC lower. And you can make ability checks in order to make the DC lower as well, as to like beckon the soul back. So it's this moment that you get with your party where you get to like try to bring back your friend by using things that you've gathered in the past, or maybe mementos, or like, literally beckoning the soul back into the body. And then it's a random chance if they come back or not. So,
and then to make it even harder, you've done where if the person has died before, I think you add like a +1 or 2 to
that's in the actual
DC.
Rule. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, but I know when.
I think it's a variant.
Sure.
Yeah.
In Sunder, when Klaus died, it was a higher DC because he had died before.
Yeah, with the rod. That's right. We haven't run with it in Evenfall.
Well, the only person who's died is Core.
Right.
There wasn't anything we could do to bring her back.
That's the thing, is like we haven't needed to.
And she was an undead, so
there's only been 2 revives in the game. Both were Kurt.
Wow.
And
Kurt's a silly guy.
Yeah. And both, I'm okay with not using it for now though, because I've been fine with the ruling recently. I don't know why, but like so many people fucking died in Evenfall already that it's like we don't really need it.
Oh, and Stibbles, I forgot about Stibbles, but Stibbles didn't want to come back.
Yeah. But Core was like a non-planned death.
Yeah, that was crazy.
For those of you who are caught up with a lot of Arcane Arcade, most of the deaths in the game are planned. If a character dies or leaves the party, more or less the DM typically knows the game beforehand, or a little while beforehand, or the player has gone to the other DM. Like I know you did that with Baron.
Yeah.
I know that I've never done it, but
Neelix.
The
final time he died.
Yeah. Final time Neelix died, Marshall wanted to leave the game. Not for any bad reasons, he just needed to leave. And so for the most part, those have been planned. The only ones that have never, ever been planned, they surprised me, were Core and Kardos.
Oh, and Kyria in the first game that Grace played.
Well, characters... permadeaths is what I'm talking about. And Kardos isn't permadead. His fate is unknown. But like... those 2 were just Colton going, I'm doing this. And I was like, well, the Kardos was, I'm doing this. Core was just like, dude, you're fucking dead. After the game, I was like, this has never happened. We've never had like a perma unplanned death before.
And it like just the circumstance of like you died. We had no way to bring her back then.
Nope, because you guys were like
she was
level 4.
undead, which is even harder. I think you need
revivify.
like wish to bring someone back like that, or maybe true resurrection. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so there's your answer, Dave. If you really want somebody to die,
Make them undead.
Make them. There are spells in the game like Finger of Death, where like if they die, they get risen as a zombie, which means you can't revive them.
Yeah.
Because it blocks them out of the revivify. So, yeah, that's why I like 5e. There's all of these little things, these little rules that we don't look at, and then once you read them and you realize, you're like, oh shit. If you'd cast this, there was one we thought about recently. It was the throwing daggers. We were talking about the bracers of flying daggers, and how if you, we were like, can you only throw 1 dagger a turn? Because it says like you have to use your action to throw 1, so you do not have your bonus action.
No, it says it's your action to summon them, but in the same sentence, it also says that you throw them in the same turn. Yeah.
So like, oh my god. if you are like frustrated at 5e, just read the fine print.
Yeah.
And you might be like, oh, this is actually really cool. Yeah. So there's so many things that I've looked at and been like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I know I've talked about it before. I think we talked about it last episode, but Dark Vision was one of those for me. Because people always complain on like the D&D subreddit. It's like, I really want like the idea of like the players searching around in the darkness with like torchlight. And it's like, well, if you actually read like Perception and Dark Vision doesn't help that much. It just, they have disadvantage on perception checks and they can only see so far. So having a torch is actually almost better. But in any case.
There was another one, but I think you're going to use it soon, so I'm not going to talk about it.
By the time this episode goes up, that would have already happened.
Oh, Sequester.
Yeah.
I brought it up because I had talked about using it in my game, which you'll probably never ever see because I'm too nervous to run it. But
you'll run it.
You want it bad now that I've explained it to you.
Oh my god, so badly. I'm going to brag about you. She has this idea for this.
I don't want anyone to know my idea.
You don't want to know? I think it's so cool. No. Now maybe you have to run it. Come on. After Evenfall, you're doing it.
We have something slotted after Evenfall.
No, we don't. We have...
Yes.
Hang on. I do, but... okay. We have... After Icewind Dale.
After Icewind Dale, I could run.
Which will be a while. Yeah. But like... The camera ran out of room, and we cut, and now we're here now. Anyways, what I was going to say was we actually have everything planned out for
next. We have
we just like D&D too much, so we're just planning everything
because all this cool shit keeps coming out, and we're like, oh, we want to play that. We have whichever game ends first. Yeah. We don't know which one it's going to be. Okay. It's going to be between Evenfall and Avnia, whichever one that one ends. We have a game plan for that one. And then whichever one ends after that, we have...
When Evenfall ends, I have... whichever one ends after that, I have one that I want to run. And then we don't have anything planned after Icewind or Fallout now. So your game...
Yeah, sure.
And probably something else. We'll see.
Craig's game.
Craig run a game on Arcane Arcade. Cyberpunk.
You put me in the hot water, or I'm gonna put you in the hot water.
Oh, you could both be in
Dark Pact.
You could be hot water buddies.
I will do it. I will do it on the system that you choose. I will do it on the system that you choose on Saturday if you're my other Saturday buddy.
Okay, maybe we'll talk about it.
Okay, sounds good. I can do it.
Cyberpunk live on the channel.
Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu would be cool too.
I can also do that.
I want to play Call of Cthulhu.
Wake up, Samurai. We got shoved to wake up and summon in this dark ritual.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spoil what I want to run because I want to talk
about.
That's
fine. We can spoil everything. Who gives a fuck?
After Evenfall, I don't really want to do another.
No one.
Homebrew game of mine. I probably will at some point, but for right now, after Evenfall, because it's just I have the ending written up and everything, and I just know how big it's going to be. It's going to be ridiculous. I don't know if I want to return to that world. I'm still going back and forth on it. Regardless, after that game, I really just want to run a pre-written and kind of be just relaxed for a little bit, and I really want to run Netherdeep, the Critical Role one. So
that's cool.
We're going to run that, which would be weird. Kind of a weird pseudo, Critical Role, who live streams D&D, and they became popular because of it, made an adventure, and then us, smaller live stream D&D, gotta run the game from the live stream D&D and our live stream D&D.
I'm gonna play something funky.
But I just really love Matt's world, so I liked running the Wildmount campaign setting. Oh, that's so... Yep.
It's upside down, but it's a nice
Wildmount
little
blanket.
Yeah.
Yep. I just really want to. I like that they're doing a pre-written. I thought I'd love to do it because it'd just be so fun. I just really love learning pre-written.
Are you gonna spoil the other game we're gonna play? Or maybe you could just spoil who's gonna DM that game.
Oh yeah, Colton's gonna be DMing the next game. Yeah.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna play something wild in that one too.
Something wild, you might say.
Whoa.
Maybe I'll play something witchy. So stupid.
Are you gonna play a character who can cast light?
I might.
Let's all not have dark vision.
I'll sit beyond the light or something.
Well, I see.
This is
interesting.
Let's all play halflings.
So yeah, we're playing.
Okay, though, but I thought about that the other day.
Yeah?
Someone brought up about like a thing everyone should play a bard. And I was like, that would be so cool if everyone just played the same race.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Let's just be like a little
We're all
troop
cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just like Mary, Pippin, Sam, and
But
Frodo.
we have to have weird names.
Yeah. That'd get old really fast.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, it just gets serious.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, we're playing Tyranny of Dragons.
Yeah. My favorite one.
Just all kobolds.
Wow, that'd be funny. We just help the dragon call.
Yeah. Praise
Oh my
be.
god, that'd be so fun.
Your weird
To
like, evil
play
campaign.
Tyranny of Dragons, but just fuck with it the whole time. No, I don't think it's fun enough for that.
It's not. No. It's not. I wish.
Anyways, thanks
Next
for the
question.
question, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all from Dave.
Like your bread.
I like your bread, yeah.
Thanks, bro.
We have some in the fridge.
We have some in the fridge. I freaking love that
Don't
bread.
kill me.
I eat it and I feel like, a
Yeah,
murderer
don't
made
kill
this.
us. We're paying customers.
Please.
How much, Zonkers for Honkers asks, how much do you plan for a session? I can never quite find the balance. I've either got too much and they don't get to it, or they get through it super fast. And I gotta whip out my gamer improv brain. Also, the croc version of you now lives in my head rent-free. What?
Have you not seen this?
Oh Lord.
The croc version of me?
I was hoping to go
Yeah.
one day without it.
They made a croc version of you. I'm pretty sure.
Why haven't I seen this?
Because I think it was. Yeah. Here it was.
I feel so
it was
bad.
yesterday.
You guys make so many good
It was
memes in the
yesterday.
Discord, and what the fuck is this? I kind of look like that though. I kind of look like a croc.
Croc? I don't know if that's true. I don't know
old-
if that's even physically possible.
This old ass picture of me from when
Yeah.
we were just showing off the old merch
Yeah.
that I don't even sell anymore. Oh man, that's hilarious. Okay, prep for sessions. I feel you. I am the same way. I either have way too much or way too little, but I always feel better when I have way too much, because if they don't get to it, that's fine. We'll get to it next time,
Yeah.
and I'll have more for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prepping too little, I panic and scream and come and piss and cry. So
In that order.
in that order, I'm sitting there, and he was like,
Shit.
"Can we go to Tourmaline?" And I'm like, "Ah!"
Whoa.
Yeah. Yep. That happened in the last game of Evenfall. Actually, I was more prepped, but that was just because you guys did not that
Fucking
much.
Kurt interrogated the party for 3 hours.
Yeah, it was a good episode. It was a good
It
roleplay
was.
episode. It was nice.
I was like, this
I wanted
character-
to sneak in one little fight at the end, and that was it.
It was a fun fight, and we ran into Lycus, and the Demogorgon was there.
Well, he's almost there.
He was almost there. He was creeping up.
Yeah, he was coming.
He can't creep because he's big.
That's happened 3 times.
Yeah.
The Demogorgon
Yeah.
has nearly appeared 3 times in my games. Once in Immortals, once in
Immortals?
No, sorry, it's Ember Warriors. Once in Ember
Yeah.
Warriors, once in Sunder, and now in this game. He just like, I want to bring him in so bad, and you guys are like, no. It's like, oh, okay, he's gone now. In Sunder, he
for
almost
good
came through like a
reason.
portal in the bottom of the ocean,
Yeah.
and they just shut the portal on his tentacles.
Yeah.
So, and then he was stomping around in the abyss, almost walked in on you guys. So, well, you
Walked on you
guys
guys?
walked in on him. Really, it
Yeah.
was
You winning, son?
No.
They have this key called the Eon Way key, and
Yeah.
you can once a week they can put it in a door and teleport to any other door they want to. But
Yeah.
when they go through, there's typically like an encounter they have to face in order to get to the next door, and the difficulty varies. And this time it took them through the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But we didn't know it was the Abyss. And then I think I found out that it was the Abyss, and maybe Phelan. I don't know who it was, but we were just
Yeah.
like, we should get the fuck out of here.
I think it was Kurt.
Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kurt has a really high Arcana. That always surprises me every time.
Yeah,
Kurt's
Kurt's very
just like
smart.
super smart and just like, oh, I know this is the 107th layer of the
80-107th.
abyss, and the Demogorgon lives here.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, Kurt, you knew that. That's crazy. But yeah, I think we talked about this already, but the way you and I prep for games is very different.
Yeah.
You over prep.
I do, every time.
And I wish I could do that. You are so good at prep, and I am not. I am, but I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
wish
good
I
at
could help
improv.
you but I can't because I'm in all your games.
You already do help me.
Yeah. Like, I organize your minis for you.
Mm-hmm. I
And
appreciate that.
I do occasionally get the like insight for what's going to happen soon, because you'll be like, can you paint that, or what do you think of this thing? Especially if we like go on a car ride that's longer than 30 minutes, you're like, hey, so this is going to happen and I don't know how to do it.
Well, you are really good at not metagaming.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's never about my character. It's like everything that's about what's going to happen for me is, you'll tell like Grace.
Oh, you already know this. But since this will go up after next Friday.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
You like that?
I know where he's going to be, but only because...
You guys may not get to them, though.
Oh,
Look
well.
at these guys.
Then I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah? Okay.
You ordered them, and you were like, they're for my office. Didn't realize I ordered 2, and then the other night you're like, yeah, I lied. I ordered 2 for a reason.
I got Gary on.
Yeah, he's dead, though. I killed that guy. My bio on Twitter was Slayer of Garyon for a very long time, because I fucking hate that guy. Yeah, hi.
Your pinned tweet is still about Sunder.
It is, because Sunder was the most stressful game I've ever played in.
Pizza emoji asks, my players are traveling with pirates for several days. What are fun encounters in general like? Oh, we did this last episode.
Yeah.
Last episode hasn't gone up yet.
I
Sorry.
promised pizza. It's coming.
Vampire Occult asks, favorite Halloween movies? Spencer, I need the good recommendations, please.
Sleepy Hollow. That's my
That
favorite
is
Halloween
the
movie.
best Halloween movie.
I love it very much. I'm not a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. I actually don't like that movie at all.
Same.
It's
Yeah, we watched it recently, and I was just like, eh.
I'm on each fan Tim Burton.
Yeah. Yeah, Sleepy Hollow is the first thing that comes to mind. Over the Garden
Sleepy
Wall
Hollow
isn't.
Tim Burton?
I don't think so.
Let me look it up. If it is, that's his best movie.
I'm not sure who it is, but very good movie.
I like The Village, and then there's a part where you just stop watching a movie, and it's good.
Oh,
Yeah. The Village is very good.
but like, I mean,
In Sleepy Hollow? Yes, Tim Burton.
Huh.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Well, I do like that
That
one.
is such a
Good
good
one.
movie. I
do
just
like
like the
that one.
atmosphere of that movie so
Yeah.
much. I also really like Johnny Depp in that one. I feel like he's just very different. Like, he feels young, and Pirates of the Caribbean didn't take over his life yet.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. And that one's not super campy, I feel. It is a little bit, but it feels darker to me. Like, that movie to me feels very Barovia, and so, like, that's why I like it.
do you have a favorite Halloween
But
movie?
Halloween specifically, I was gonna say Over the Garden Wall, but
Yeah.
that's more of like
That's a
autumn,
show,
fall.
yeah.
Well, they are coming from a Halloween party.
Yeah,
So
I do agree. It's very good.
I don't know. I'm not like a big Halloween.
Yeah, you're more of like a Christmas fan.
I love Christmas.
Yeah.
So much. I have a lot of favorite Christmas movies.
Soon we'll talk about those soon.
Did you guys watch one Christmas thing? Did you guys watch the old claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yes.
Reindeer as a kid?
I did.
Good memories.
Uh-huh.
Good memories for me.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably shit, but like I just remember that there was a elf who wanted to be a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that guy?
Lana always talks about that miner licking his pickaxe.
Yeah, he does look
All the time. He talks about it. I'm like, I've never seen that part. I don't know if it even exists.
I always thought his pickaxe tasted delicious.
Maybe it
Because,
did.
you know, like in a cartoon, when like they eat something that's non-edible, and you're
Yeah.
like, that has to taste delicious,
Yeah.
like you're a kid. Mm-hmm.
For a while, I'm just gonna talk about another Christmas thing because you brought it up. You know, an elf, when he leaves his like little Santa Claus community, and the narwhal goes, "Bye, buddy. I hope you find your dad." For like probably like the entire time I knew Olivia, or I still know her, but when she lived in you know, California, every time she would leave our house, we would say that to each other,
Yep.
and it just became like a little like meme.
Fucking Gen Z. I'm Gen Z technically, but it's all the young'uns are fucking saying that Elf is like a Gen Xer movie, almost a boomer movie, and I was like, "Fuck you! Elf is awesome. I love that movie so much."
Yeah. I just hate anytime
They're like,
he
"It's
eats.
Chuggy," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's good."
Yeah, pumpkin spice lattes are apparently chuggy now.
Shut the fuck up. All right, we're moving on. You know what's Chuggy? The
Halloween
word Chuggy.
movies. Any horror movie. Halloween. It's a classic. If you want something
Oh, yeah,
more
the
Witchy,
Halloween-
The
John Carpenter
Witch.
Halloween.
Yeah,
No,
John
not John Carpenter. He did the music. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Nightmare on Elm Street, but very good.
I don't like Nightmare on Elm Street. I feel like there's
Any horror movie.
I'm.
And if you're not big on watching horror movies and you'd rather just watch like maybe like a little.
Do you like Hocus Pocus?
I do. I do like
don't.
Hocus Pocus.
I don't hate it, but I don't love
Halloween Town. Those movies like
Monster House.
Monster House. Watch Monster House.
Not Monster
It's a girl house.
Paranorman.
Is the door the house's hussy or right,
No.
Anyways, Ild Offie asks, you have just rolled a nat 1. Whether it's a character of yours on one of your games or yourselves IRL, what catastrophe has just happened? Spooky flavor gets extra points. I just rolled a natural 1 on the podcast, and we just did a terrible fucking episode.
Yeah.
We talked about hussy the whole time.
It's a girl. It is a girl house.
It is.
Somebody in town has one of the giant skeletons, and she wants it so badly. And every time I see it, I go, "The battery's going to scussy."
I don't know. I feel like I don't fail very much.
You rolled a natural 1 drinking that latte, you would just start choking.
I would.
Yep.
It's also milk, so lactose
What's the
intolerance.
next thing Damon's going to do? We're going to go down into that dungeon, right?
We're not sure
He's
about
going to
that.
natural 1 trip down the stairs.
Die.
Yeah.
Break his neck.
Baron could have gone out like that.
He
Just
could have.
fell.
Yeah, find out a bit. Life alert goes off.
Oh.
Shit. I got up to check what time we were at and then didn't check.
Yeah.
Oh, you also cut me off earlier. If you want to watch a spooky movie without watching an entire spooky movie, I recommend the YouTube channel Dead Meat. They go over all of the kills in a movie, and they also explain what's happening in the movie. And it's how I've watched quite a few,
James doesn't like it when people do that, though.
No,
He's
yeah.
like,
Go
don't
back.
watch my videos
No.
to watch the movie.
No,
and it's
go
like,
back and watch the movie if you can. But I understand a lot of people don't really like the gore or the suspense of a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a good way to have a little bit of spookiness during Halloween
That's
time.
a really good point, though. If you like horror stuff, go watch there's a guy called Volgan that does SPC readings. SPC is so
SCP.
rad. Oh, what am I saying?
SPC. SCP.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Insane
That's just
Clown
secure,
Posse. Go
protect,
watch
contain.
it.
Instead of secure,
Yeah, but
contain, protect.
go listen to any dramatic reading from those. They're so
I agree.
good.
They're very good. My goodness. I found a question, and then I had something I was going to say about that. Oh, good Halloween movie? Scream.
Yeah.
Love Scream. And Matthew Lillard is in it, and he's great.
Yeah, he does Beetle and Grimm's.
Yeah. In the movie. He's
Yeah.
like, look at this.
He goes, "Oh, look at this. Oh, dead.
He's in his 20s, just like...
Spoiler alert.
Oh, did you just go in front of the camera?
I was like, what is that? That's my hand.
It's the first time you've been on camera.
I know, my
Oh,
hand.
shit!
So somebody needs to zoom in on that. Give me the what the fuck is that called? Well, I don't know.
The replay, the slow-mo, just your hand going up.
What's that stupid
Like found
black and
footage?
white type movie from the 50s? It's
Noir? No.
no, it's like that guy that goes, I finally have time to read, and he breaks his glasses.
Oh.
Oh, Twilight Zone.
It's Twilight Zone.
Yes!
I was saying
Oh my
X
God.
Games in my head. I'm like, that's not right.
You're thinking of X-Files.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Going on and after the class.
Spooky Mulder.
God, I have no idea.
All right. Fuck.
Aww.
There were... What?
Just thought about My Girl. It's a movie.
I don't...
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
You
Who
can't
can
see
carve the
what
best
that is.
pumpkin? I think yours was better.
I made a
That was
spooky bat.
Evan the Great TV.
Jacob did the Eye of Sauron, and then it started to rot and looked like
And
the
it looked
pussy.
like it looked like a... Oh, yeah. A pumpussy.
God, that's not even combined. You just said it.
Ellie asks, how do y'all feel about chaos, and what would you want to add to more chaos, like magical misfires and stuff? Wild magic is cool, adds a lot of chaos. I would recommend
Two
doing
at
what I
once.
did.
Two at once.
That's a
You
pretty
roll
good
two
answer.
D20s.
Actually, that's
Two
probably...
things happen.
Yeah, that would do it. Actually, that would
And
do
if
it.
you roll on your attack, if you rolled a natural 20, you can choose to have the effect happen on someone else.
Oh, I like that. That's fun.
Yeah.
That was a really good answer.
Thank you.
Also having areas of wild magic.
Yep.
So whenever your characters cast magic in the wild magic area, wild magic happens. And
Yeah, I feel like the Feywild should have that. Just like if you cast a spell here, shit happens.
there's a chance that there's wild magic.
Yeah,
Then why aren't you fucking running D&D?
because I'm scared.
Well, fucking
Feel that.
stop it.
And my game won't be whimsical. It'll be scary.
Could you imagine wild magic, but in like horror setting?
Oh,
Your
I'm
friend
doing
turns
it.
into a skeleton.
I'm doing it.
You see him cast
I'm
light
rewriting
and then
the table.
dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
It's turned inside
this account
out.
exists to torment Jacob asks, why are you guys all changing your fucking Twitter names like so quickly? Quick, name a person or animal in the room with you. Spencer,
Hi.
you are now blurry. What do you do?
I'm blurry?
I get my vision checked, and then I can see Craig normally, so I'm like, I think you're going out of existence. And you
I'm
do
going
this?
ghost.
Yeah,
You're
that
going
feels so
ghost?
good, Jacob.
No, I want to be Danny Phantom.
Oh, you like Danny Phantom?
Yeah,
oh, that's
going
cool.
ghost.
Yeah.
Dude, I had the biggest crush on Danny Phantom, but also his girlfriend. Can't remember what her name is, but she was hot.
Did he have a girlfriend?
At the end. His
his friend?
girlfriend,
Is it his
yeah,
friend?
they
Yeah,
they get
yeah, that's
they
what I
get
thought.
together at the end.
I think I would go to sleep if you were
If
blurry.
I was blurry,
Yeah. Zav Creator of D&D Waifus says, in similar vein to the Doran... Oh, fuck. Would you ever run a custom one-shot short campaign built off the community? Like something simple, filled to the brim with in-jokes and references to community members and memes and stuff like that? I don't know. I just don't know how
it's
I
hard
would
to
build
curate.
it. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how I'd make it without leaving somebody out or without...
Unless the community made a
it.
one
If
shot.
you guys made a one-shot, I'd play it. I'd run it.
I would play.
I'll run. If you guys make a one shot and fill it with a bunch of stupid memes,
There has to be
I
some
will
kind of
totally
You're
run
gonna
it.
do it now.
D&D audience participation thing out there. There
Yeah.
must be something out there that exists.
I think there is a podcast or a game. They're called like Dungeon Rats or something. I don't know, guys. I'm just going off the basic knowledge of my brain here, and I think that they do dungeons with audience participation, and they help make the dungeons or something. So
Kind of neat.
yeah. More props art cosplay asks if you had to have a casual conversation over tea or coffee with one of your characters, which would end it the best with, and which would it end the worst with?
This is hard. It's like the question of would you be friends with your
Yeah.
PC? And
I don't
I'm
think
still
any of them
not.
would
I'm not
end-
friends with any of my PCs.
No. None of them would come over for
So it would
tea.
end well with Baron and end bad with Lazarus.
I almost think it would be reverse.
You think you would have a better conversation with Lazarus than Baron?
Well, yeah, because I think Lazarus would be quiet, and I think Baron would destroy me emotionally.
I don't think I would have a bad time with any of my characters. It's the same thing. Like I get along with my characters. I think maybe Damon, I'd be like, this guy's fucking weird, and he doesn't know how to hold a conversation without explaining some formula every 5 minutes. But I get along with most of my characters.
I think I'd get along with all of my characters if I had them over for tea, except for Vincent, but solely because he dislikes tea. Like you invited me over for something I hate.
Well, you can have coffee.
Okay. Then yeah, no, I'd have a good time.
You have a good time with Sphinx?
Yeah, she's great. She'd steal my stuff, but
Oh,
I wouldn't know about
sucks.
it.
You would have a good Spencer would have a good conversation with Eugene.
I made him. I'd have a great conversation.
Wait, no. Okay. I don't know if it's a matter of they know you made them.
Well, I did.
That's not how this works. They can't just be like, Eugene would have a good conversation with me because I said.
Yeah. No, it's just I know everything about them. Is it like I don't know who they are?
I feel like Eugene wouldn't even give you the time of day.
Yeah, probably not. But this is assuming that they come over anyway.
Eugene would leave you unread.
Oh, yeah.
You would say, want to come over for tea?
He can't read,
and
though.
he
He's
would never
blind.
respond to you. He has the fucking voice translation. It's
Yeah.
would you like to come over? And he's just like, I'm not responding to that.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Oh, God. I miss playing Eugene. Can I play him?
No,
Can I? Why not?
because I said
Because he's too strong.
maybe you can. I
Too
don't know.
strong.
All right, we're gonna go with There's so many questions.
Yep, it's because I said hurry.
You ever stepped on a D4? Says
Yep.
Caitlin Rose. I haven't. It hurt really bad.
Yeah.
You ever stepped on a Lego?
Soon.
Dirk asks, hello, been listening for a while but never interacted before. Anyway, my question is, what's your favorite kind of hag and why? It could be for narrative or mechanical reasons or both. I like the idea of night hags, but I've never got the way to like invade people's dreams because the fucking hag has to be next to the person doing it. So like,
What?
When the fuck is that ever gonna happen?
me? Is that
They have
really
to
what
be
it
like,
has to
they have to be over
That
you.
is
Just change
so
the rule.
dumb.
Yeah, it's really
Would
dumb.
it be next to you?
I think it's a touch ability.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Almost
the rule.
certain.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine? Because you like cheapskate adventurers sleep in the same room. The window opens and a hag comes in and spooks your warlock,
Crawls in.
and you're like, "What in the fuck are you doing?"
Okay. They're in the ethereal plane while they're doing it, though.
Okay.
So they have to be in the same room as you, touching you, but they're not on the same plane as you.
Okay, that's all right then.
That's still a little silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hag still climbs into the window and then puts on the Harry Potter cloak of
Yeah.
invisibility and then
Yes.
touches you.
Puts on the ring, really.
Yeah.
I really like. I like
sea
bird
hags.
hags.
Sea hags was what I was going to say. I
Yeah.
love sea hags.
It's the
I love
first monster I
premise.
ever fought in D&D was a sea hag.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm all right with sea hags. They're probably my least favorite.
Sorry, he was channeling Theoden there.
Not Theoden from Lord of the
No,
Rings.
not the King of
Our
Rohan.
Theoden.
You know, the Chewinga you named
Yes.
in Icewind Dale. Yeah.
Yes.
I think my favorite is probably Dusk Hags from Eberron. They're like soothsayers and they read fortunes and they also are like, they predict prophecies and, I've had one in Evenfall for a long time when we haven't got to it.
No, you
Yeah.
haven't.
Maybe.
We just know that there is one
Yeah.
somewhere.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah.